This is huge. I had a vision the other day that darn near floored me, and now it all makes sense. This is a startling psychic prediction and one that we need to prepare for now. We need to prepare for the big event now. Now, timelines are fluid, and this prediction is only relevant in this current timeline. So let's change the timelines for the sake of humanity. And I'm going to get to what the vision is in just a second, but I need to give you a little bit of background information first. Um, and and give you some information on how we can mitigate this prediction so that it never does happen. There are two parts to this to understand. One is AI technology, and the other one is pandemics. All here in my notes, so I'll be looking down a lot, but you're aware that many psychics, including myself, have been predicting a second pandemic, and soon also. Pandemics, from what I see, are a great way to control the masses, to control the flow of money and the flow of power, as we've been learning from experience. As more comes out, conspiracy theories become conspiracy facts. For example, 2 to 3 years ago, I could not say on this video or talk about the lab leak theory without risking the video being taken down and being accused of medical misinformation. Now that conspiracy theory is the most accepted fact when it comes to the COVID. More to come. Now an even darker side is emerging or about to, explaining how the pandemic could have been handled differently to greatly reduce its impacts or even prevent it, and worse still, how at least some level of planning was behind it. Now, again, it's alleged till it's proven, but we're seeing more and more information coming out that validates these things. So hold that thought for a moment. um, and Now, AI is developing, right? The networks are being built. Nothing's going to stop that. It is our society. Every day there are new developments with AI, new programming as AI is poised to basically run our society. AI is not new. I trace its use back to 2011, but probably earlier than that. For example, algorithms are an example of the seeds of AI. And I'm sure you've noticed for years now that on your social media feed, somehow magically, ads that you would be interested show up. That's the AI behind the algorithm in action for you. So AI is potentially, before I go on, I need to explain, I'm not against artificial intelligence. It's potentially an amazing tool. And in fact, it is going to be, in my estimation, an important part of our eventual human awakening and evolution. But is AI being programmed currently by the same people that rewrote history? Good question. And those that are at the top of the food chain when it comes to corruption that harms the populace for the benefit of the minute few, the globalist deep state cabal, whatever you want to call them. So what I see developing, and it's not just me, it's others, is AI being used for various levels of surveillance and gradually taking greater and greater control of our daily lives for a specific agenda to control and exploit the masses, same as it ever was. Now there's more sophisticated technology in their hands, basically. This leads to things like global credit scores, for example. Like if you're a good boy or girl, you'll have more social advantages than if you're a bad boy or girl. But who judges that? Those that want to control you, that want to keep you from awakening and ascending so you can be controlled, exploited, and manipulated. In my belief, that's who. Understand this works. AI, generally speaking, AI, right? Artificial intelligence, the same thing, generally works against your personal and spiritual development, as it is in fact a spiritual trap. For we come into this world, into this classroom as humans, spirits having human experience, and we're meant to evolve and grow spiritually in the human experience. Now, if we go to AI and the shortcuts and the empty promises in the end that it has, we kind of get waylaid from our human experience and get taken off of our spiritual path. Again, for a promise of a better tomorrow, a promise that all you need to do is plug this program in. You don't need to meditate. We'll do all the work for you, basically. Remember, humans were much more telepathic before telephones came in. We knew how to heal ourselves, or certain groups of people knew how to heal themselves. And I'm not against like modern medications. I'd be dead without them, or vaccines, or any of that stuff. But I am against allowing these things to dumb us down and to compromise our natural spiritual human abilities that we're here to develop. Then it's good to have the medication, and it's good to have this modern things if we need it, but not to use it as a crutch, not to let us make us lazy, or to get us off of our spiritual path, basically. So in any regards, so you're surrendering the humanism you came here to experience, and true spiritual awakening cannot happen without it. It's artificial, right? Just as the name, artificial intelligence states. There's also two more, I think there's more than two more, but two more generations of AI coming out within the next few years. That's AGI and ASI. ASI meaning artificial superintelligence. And so here's where the vision comes in. And thanks for sticking the video out this long. And if you're liking this content, please like it so we can share with others, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of this content come up on your feed. Okay, so I saw a new pandemic, probably another coronavirus, with the transmissivity of Omicron, but the fatality rate of SARS-A, which would basically make it 3 to 4 times deadlier than the original COVID strain. And we remember that. That was horrible, right? So here's the kicker. So are we ready? Are we sitting down? There will be an effective vaccine that combines mRNA technology with a more sophisticated upgrade of AI that will be effective. But you are going to have to interface with technology in order to be able to get it. Now, let me back up for a second. Did you not take your vaccine? Oh, you're a bad boy and a girl. Did you know that you might be getting old people sick or killing them? That was the narrative that we heard, right? And now that more information is coming out, we know. I mean, I'll say that we know, even though we theoretically know. It's still a theory. It's not proven yet. But we know that that the vaccinations were not as effective as they were advertised to be in both preventing cases as well as preventing the transmission or transmissivity of COVID. In other words, vaccinated people were still spreading the virus, and we're going to hear more and more about that as it goes on. But we were guilted and shamed and ostracized if we made our own choices about our bodies. Personally, for other reasons, because I have a very sensitive system and autoimmune stuff, I chose not to do the vaccine. I chose to self-isolate it because I didn't know if I would put others in danger. So I was very careful to make sure I didn't spread the virus, even though I felt that maybe it was partly hoax, but that's another story. So anyway, so I'm seeing this scenario playing out probably later 2027 to 2029. So if I'm getting my timelines right, we have plenty of time to change the timeline. And how do we do that? We evolve, we grow, we develop spiritually in the human perspective. We develop our gifts, and we open our hearts. We learn how to be present. We learn how to open our hearts in compassion, gratitude, and love. That's heart-brain coherence. That makes our hearts and brains vibrationally coherent, and we connect more with spirit. In other words, do your daily spiritual practices. We're coming into a new earth. You can't take the old dense energies of the old earth, which include trauma and pain and the whole paradigm of power over others for the benefit of a minute few, into this new earth reality, this new vibration, basically. And you know what? The more you awaken, that's going to help other people awaken. And the more people that awaken, the more it's going to change the timelines so that we never have to deal with such a scenario. So basically, that's what I have for you today. I want to draw your attention to this video here because it has some predictions for the spring and the summer of 2025. So the season that we're in right now. And stay strong, stay healthy, stay connected to spirit. We're going to evolve, we're going to ascend, and we're going to mitigate a lot of the challenges that myself and other psychics are seeing for the coming